welcome to the Giants table. And when you're here, you're a tabletop giant. So thanks for watching, and I guess we're going to play another game of Commander, of course. So we're going to introduce our commanders we're playing, and we're going to go around the table and introduce everybody, okay? And if you watch the show regularly, you've met everyone before, so we have some nice consistency here. I got a Johnny from the new Modern Horizons 3 set, Nactil Pariah. He does flip into a Planeswalker. So when he enters, I get a 2/1 white cat warrior creature, and whenever one or more other cats I control die, that triggers him to flip. And then he turned into a red-white Planeswalker. He's 3 Planeswalker points. He starts with, his +2 is put a 1/1 counter on each cat you control. His 0 is make a 2/1 white cat. And if I do that, and I control another red permanent other than him, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures I control to any target. And his -4 is kind of like a board wipe. Each opponent chooses a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from opponents they control and sack the rest. So he's pretty
I would have
spicy.
just said, Google it yourself.
Yeah, that's a lot to explain there. So okay, yeah. Who else do we have?
Aaron. I am here. I am playing Krenko Mob Boss.
Nice.
This is a Goblin tribal deck, and all he wants to do is make more goblins. And so that's what he does.
And is that our 3rd appearance of Krenko on the show?
He has a way of sneaking himself.
You played
back
him
on
once,
us.
and you've played him once, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What do you say? What can
Yeah,
we say?
it's
We like
popular
Hey, it's
we
fun.
like goblins.
We like
over
some
here, right?
goblins here. They're always fun.
I am Lucas, returning once again. I am playing Anacatheo, Hand of Erebos, so I'm playing an enchantment deck today. Anacatheo herself has Menace. Other enchantment creatures I control also have Menace. And then whenever she enters or whenever she attacks, I get to exile up to 1 target enchantment card from my graveyard. If I do, I get to make a token copy of that card, except it's also a 3/3 black zombie enchantment creature. So I'm looking to kind of put cards into my graveyard, bring them back, and then if all goes well, I'll be able to take down Harrison. And really, that's really all I'm looking for today.
Yeah, that's why you're here.
Wow, he just goes outright with it.
Yep.
Yeah, hi, I'm Harrison. I'm playing Vile Smasher Sakashima Partners. Vile Smasher says whenever you cast the first spell each turn, it does damage equal to its mana value to an opponent chosen at random. And Sakashima is you may have Sakashima enter the battlefield as a copy of another target creature you control, except it has the legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. So Vile Smasher is going to go burr the more I clone him, and eventually I'll play some high CMC cards and hopefully hit Lucas because it is random
Like
damage.
this. So we're saying it's like
So-
a 1
Yeah.
Usually me.
Yeah, it is usually Lucas, but it is random. I can't control it, so I have no blame if it kills one of
So-
you guys outright.
We'll do something different today since you have the dice.
I
We
do have the
usually
dice.
start here.
Sure.
Why don't you
I'm
start us
sorry.
off tonight?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
there
where
was
they lie.
Nah.
All right.
6.
layers to this.
6 to beat.
7 to beat.
All right.
5.
Looks like a 5.
7 to
Come
beat
on,
still.
cats need. No.
All right.
Okay.
That means I'm going last.
Unfortunate.
So we've already done any mulligans we had to do and stuff. We've got our
Yeah.
opening hand, so
Yeah.
we're ready to go.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Any pregame action, folks?
No, sir.
All right.
No.
Me neither.
No
Just,
ley
was just
lines?
checking. Was
Yeah.
Just checking. All right.
I will start with a Savannah, Forest Plains, enters untapped. Then I'll tap that for a green, and I'll cast a Crop Sigil. So Crop Sigil is an enchantment. It says at the beginning of my upkeep, I may put the top card of my library into my graveyard. And then Delirium, so if I have 4 more different card types in my graveyard, I can activate this ability. So I pay a green and 2, sacrifice Crop Sigil, return up to 1 target creature card and up to 1 target land card from my graveyard to my hand. And I can do that at instant speed, but only if I have Delirium. I'll pass the turn.
What's going on
That's too
there?
much text on a one
I know.
drop.
One.
Fine, it's
That
fine.
is way too much text on a 1 drop.
I will draw for turn. I will play Mountain, and I'll just pass.
All right. I'll draw. We're gonna play. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll play a Plaza of Heroes. So it makes it colorless. I can add 1 mana of any color, but only for legendaries. I can tap it also to add 1 mana of any color among legendary permanents I control, and I can pay 3 and exile target legendary creature against hexproof. There's a lot going on in 1 card, but I have nothing for 1 colorless. Go ahead.
Well, that text on the land.
Yeah.
That's a lot of text on 1 land.
Jesus.
All right. Let's go to draw.
There'll be links in on the video. to read the cards.
All right, let's start off with a mountain. Tap it for a soul ring. Tap it for a ring of Vulcus.
Come on with the soul.
Go.
What does Ring of Velkus do?
So, soul ring taps for 2 colorless mana, and
Yeah.
ring of Vulcus is an artifact equipment. When it is equipped to a creature, it has haste. And at the beginning of my upkeep, I put a 1/1 counter on the equipped creature if it is red.
Seems
Like
good
it's
in
in the
red
right
deck.
deck.
Yeah, I think so. And with that, I'll pass the turn.
On tap, upkeep. I'm going to put the top card of my library into my graveyard. It's a Golgari Rot Farm. Didn't want that.
Okay.
And I'll draw for turn.
Bounce lands.
Yeah.
Imagine 2024.
I'm going to play this Scrubland. It's a plains or a swamp. Enters untapped.
You know, these don't look like real lands, Lucas. Would you like to explain yourself?
Shall I go fetch out the actual?
I don't know, you're playing on
lands?
camera with proxies. That's all.
All right, cut this out. I'll go grab it right now. I brought them.
What's wrong?
They're proxies.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's fine. We'll edit
Yeah,
it
it's
out.
fine. Harrison's just.
I'm just calling them out.
Yeah,
I
that's
just don't want to shuffle them.
cool. Okay. All right, continue.
Whew. All right, I'm gonna tap. Harrison,
already got him
you're
sweating.
calling for it this game.
We're okay for proxies.
Savannah for green, Scrubland for white. I'm gonna cast this Sithis Harvest Hand.
That's one of the best cards in his deck, by the way.
Harrison. So Sithis is an enchantment creature. She's a nymph. That
Yeah.
nymph art doesn't really matter. But it says whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I'm gonna gain a life and draw a card. Pretty simple.
How does a lymph node become a creature?
There's not much text on this card, so clearly it's not that great. I'll pass
Yeah.
the turn.
Draw. I will play Graven Cairns. So I can win some table favor here, right, guys? I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Maybe. You're going to have us all draw cards?
No, I'm gonna Vandal Blast your Soul Ring, Aaron.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Salt.
What?
All right.
Wow.
I'm no longer.
Wow.
My eye is pointed.
Oh,
to
Vandal
Okay.
Blast. Yeah, destroy target artifact I don't control and has overload. But
Okay.
Wow.
I'll drop
Sorry.
a command tower.
No soul for you,
Plaza of
apparently.
Heroes
I
will
guess
make
so.
the white, and I can make 2 white, I guess. So when it enters, he enters with a 2/1 cat, and if a cat dies under
I don't
my
want
control,
turn 2 Krenko.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real.
You were gonna get it.
Yeah.
And I'll
It's a
say
little
go.
spooky.
All right. I
So
will
he enters
pass
with a
the turn.
2/1 cat, and if a cat dies, that's when he turns into a planeswalker.
All right.
Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. All right. Mountain. Yeah, it would have happened.
That slowed him down.
It would have happened.
You're welcome, folks.
All right. Let's Oh no, this is really gonna get a lot of people to hate me. 1 for Skirk Prospector, and a 2 for Ring of Vulcus on the Skirk Prospector. So, Skirk Prospector is I sack a goblin and add 1 red mana,
Okay.
Yes, haste. You can swing at Harrison.
which I am gonna do for 1.
I will take my 1, go to 39.
You'll take 1 all day long for a soul ring gone.
Fine with me, homie.
And I will pass the turn.
Seems justified.
Untap, upkeep. I'm gonna put the top card of my library into my graveyard. It's a Toxic Deluge.
We don't get to see that. That's good news.
That Sithis is, by the way, the
And
scariest permanent on the
I will
battlefield.
draw a card.
Oh, by far.
His
By
commander?
far.
It's not his
Oh, it's
commander.
not even his commander,
It probably
but-
should be.
I think it's fine. I lose access to black if I do that.
That's true.
I'm gonna tap Savannah for a green. I'm gonna cast this Font of Fertility. I have a cast trigger, but I'll explain Font of Fertility first. I pay a green into colorless and sacrifice Font of Fertility, and then I search my library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So on the cast, I will draw a card, and I will gain a life. Okay. I will then simply play this Field of the Dead, which is another land with lots of text.
And another proxy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Well, let's talk about proxies since you keep bringing it up. In our play group, as long as you have shown the group you have the original card, we do allow proxies at the table,
Yeah.
but we do prefer originals, so it's okay.
Comes from dad.
Yeah.
As soon as there's a cut, I'm going to grab them.
Yeah.
All right, so Field of the Dead, enters battlefield tap. I can tap it for colorless. If whenever Field of the Dead or another land in this battlefield under my control. If I control 7 or more lands with different names, I create a 2/2 black zombie creature token.
Wow.
I will then move to combat. Since Harrison keeps pointing things out, I am going to smack him for 1.
Sure. I'll go to 38.
Pass the turn.
Untap, draw. Alright. Play an island, and I'll tap 3, and I'll just play Vile Smasher the Fierce. So whenever I cast my first spell each turn, it will deal damage equal to the spell's mana cost to an opponent chosen at random.
Now, does he see himself?
He does not.
No, he wasn't out, unfortunately. I'm going to play in slow lands here. Minas Tirith comes in tapped. Oh, I do control a legendary, so it doesn't come in tapped. And it taps for a white, or I can pay a white and a colorless and draw a card, but only if I attack with 2 or more creatures this turn. Which I have the ability to do, but let's see if there's a better play. I think the Mother of Cheese will say hello. Mother of Runes comes out. She can tap. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice till end of turn. So that's 1 white.
It's not a cat.
It is not a cat. She's friends with
She looks
cats.
like she would own a cat, though.
She's the crazy
One?
cat lady.
I was gonna say, only 1 cat? No. Far too many.
She's fostering kittens.
And we will play a cat since you asked for it. Leon Shikari. I may activate equip abilities anytime I could cast an instant. So I usually equip is only a sorcery speed. I can do it at any time now. And let's send a 2/1 cat at Mr. Lucas.
No blocks.
Then you take 2
Little cat scratch.
from a furious feline. Go ahead.
All right. I will untap.
He must have some
Upkeep.
life. You look confused.
I think you have a trigger on your upkeep, don't you?
Yes, on my upkeep, I will put a 1/1 token
Because he's on a red dude.
on my Skirk Prospector, who's now 2/2. Tap, and I draw. All right, let's play another mountain. Just keep it rolling. Let's do this. Tap 1 for a Rigging Runner. He has a 1/1 with first strike and raid when he enters the battlefield. He enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it if I attacked with a creature this turn. I did not, so he's only a 1/1.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 1 more for a Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp. Equipped creature gets +1/-1, and whenever the equipped creature dies, I draw 2 cards.
Very strong card.
I'm going to pay 1 and equip my Skull Clamp to my Rigging Runner, killing it, and I draw 2 cards.
That's how you do it. Expendable goblins.
Yep. And with that, I'll pass the turn.
Seems pretty good. Untap. Upkeep. I'm gonna mill this Thraben Charm into the yard. Just so we're keeping score at home, I have land, sorcery, instant. So 3 card types for my Delirium.
Okay.
And I will draw for turn. Okay.
But your commander wants enchantments in the graveyard.
Yeah, if he sacks Fauna Hope, he can get to Delirium. Or Font of Fertility. I don't know why I said Font of Hope. Maybe it's another card. Who
one of
knows?
those fonts.
It's one of those floating around in my brain.
Right,
So
exactly.
maybe it's there for a reason.
Right. If it isn't a card, it should be.
Yeah, I think it's Giada Font of
I
Hope
will-
is the Angel Commander.
Ah,
Yes.
So
No, I need to play. I'm gonna play this Tainted Field. It's a
Yeah.
land I can tap for a white or a black if I control a swamp, which I do because Scrubland is a swamp. Then I will pay 4, and I'm going to play the Long Reach of Night. So this is a saga card. So the first 2 sagas of this card say each opponent sacrifices a creature unless they discard a card.
Goodbye, cat. Hello, Ajani Planeswalker.
Do you control a red permanent, Greg?
Nope, that doesn't what forces him to flip though. Just whenever 1 or more cats
Oh, right,
die, he turns into the Planeswalker.
You're welcome, Greg.
Yes, thank
We're working together here.
Yeah.
I'm going to
On cast.
get rid of my
Draw
Volcanic
a
Geyser
card.
from hand.
I'll
Yeah.
discard Nightscape Familiar.
So he comes in with 3 Planeswalker.
Okay. And with that, I think I will pass the turn.
All right, I'll untap. I'll draw. I'll play Mountain as land for turn. I'll tap 4. I'll play Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. It'll enter as a copy of Vile Smasher. On cast, I'll have a Vile Smasher trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How convenient.
Oh, it wasn't me.
All right,
Take
how much do
3.
I take? 3?
4,
random.
sorry, 4, sorry.
4. All right.
Got you
And,
well trained.
and I'll just pass turn.
Okay, untap, draw. This land enters tap. It is a Sajari Glacier. So we don't want to see the.
I'm just gonna say, point this out here. Let's say Harrison plays a land, plays a 5-drop. He's dealing 5 damage to
But
2 of
randomly.
us.
He doesn't mean it. If
It's
he hurts
also, card draw is usually better than dealing damage when we're all at 40 health. Just
you.
say
Is this
that.
the biggest threat over here, you think?
This is the biggest threat by far, but
Yeah.
then he'll be able to recur it with
I
his
have no
commander.
threats over here. I have no enemies.
It's the most problematic permanents are that, this, and technically
These two.
Saga.
Okay, well I have to start here with deification. So as it enters the battlefield, choose a planeswalker type. I'll choose a Johnny's. Planeswalkers of the chosen type have hexproof, and they also have, as long as I control a creature, if damage would take his loyalty counter below 0, it stays at 1 instead.
As long as you control creatures.
Yeah, as long as I have a creature.
Cool.
That's
He has
useful.
hexproof regardless of whether I have creatures, but the other part that he can't go below 1 happens there. And then he started with 3, so we're going to +2 him to 5. And when that happens, I put a +1/+1 counter on every cat I control. And unfortunately, that land entered, that slowed me down. But Mother is online. She protects her cats. The crazy cat lady. Go ahead.
All right. Well, untap my upkeep. I'll get another +1/+1 counter on my Skirk Prospector, and I will draw. Play Mountain for turn. And really don't want to pull ire from people. So
Somebody's got to win.
I'm just going to bring out Kranko.
That draws ire from people. I thought that's what you
Oh no,
didn't
no,
want
that's
to
the
do.
nice thing.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's a nice play.
This is the nice play. Unfortunately, he does not have haste, so I can't do anything
can't.
with
You
him.
could always sack your Skirk Prospectors to equip the ring to give him
Add
haste.
1,
Just letting you know your game options.
but then he can't make
No.
goblin.
I
He can only
tried.
make 1.
I tried.
I will pass the turn.
Yeah, Skirk Prospector needs to die, so that'll be convenient.
This was a crazy like Soul Ring Skull Clamp Skirk Prospector hand.
Yeah, I'm glad I killed the Soul Ring.
So I
Slowed it down for
I'm
sure.
gonna mill this Doomwake Giant, which is a creature and an enchantment. So I will go to my yard.
Goodbye, dude.
So he has Delirium now.
Yes.
I'm delirious.
Yes.
Okay.
You have 5 different types. the
I
purposes.
will then draw, as one does.
Your
Upkeep.
Saga goes to.
Upkeep.
This is actually on main phase.
Oh.
Move to main phase, folks. Saga trigger.
It's just sack, right?
Each opponent sacrifices a creature unless they discard a card.
Oh, I might discard this time. I'll get rid of Jazzy, Giselle, Goldmane, Johnny's brother.
I'll discard a Swamp.
I'll discard Goblin Rally.
Okay, I will tap that for a green, white, black, colorless. Play planes as well. Tap that for 5. I am just going to cast Anacathea, Hand of Erebos. So I have a cast trigger from Sithis, Harvest Hand, because she is herself an enchantment, so I will gain a life, I will draw a card. Then when Anacathea, Hand of Erebos, enters the battlefield, I will exile up to 1 target non-aura enchantment, which will be Doomwake Giant. So I'm going to exile this card and make a
2/2 zombie.
token copy, which is a 3/3.
Okay.
So Doomwake Giant says, whenever Doomwake Giant or another enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, creatures my opponent's control get -1/-1 until end of turn.
And that's not a targeted ability.
Yeah, I'm coming for that mom.
Yeah.
However, gain protection from the
It doesn't.
color.
It's not.
Doesn't matter.
It's just
Really?
minuses.
Minus gets
It's
around
not being
protection.
not being targeted.
Even if the source is of a color.
Is that other
Okay.
creatures or opponents? Control?
Opponents.
Opponents, yeah. I will then move to combat.
Oh,
So-
I guess I should respond before the death and give her pro green.
The only thing that can swing is Sithis.
Green, as long as it's got green in it.
So Other enchantment creatures I control have menace, so Thithis now
Doesn't
has
matter
menace
anyway,
as
the
well.
menace, but-
Now, Greg, I don't have to swing at you, but you're the only one open for business. I feel like Sithis might die, so Sithis is going to come your way.
Yep,
Take 1 damage.
just one. Okay.
Cards in hand, Lucas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cards in hand, Greg.
3.
Cards in hand, Aaron. 2. Who's the problem?
It's the long reach of night. I'm reaching over. I will then pass the turn.
All right, I'll untap.
I'll do some
Don't worry.
politicking with you.
I'm going to get domed for
I think
10 here.
Ajani's going to do his thing, so you might want to keep your board clean. So as long as you keep one of everything.
I see, and that's a sacrifice thing,
Yeah.
correct?
Wait, what is it?
Each opponent picks an enchantment, a planeswalker, and a creature, and an artifact.
You know, Greg,
Sacrifice.
thank you for giving me the heads up. That's given me a little different avenue of play here.
If you can, yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna set up a little bit still. I'm gonna tap 5, and I'm gonna exile 3 cards from my graveyard. And I'm going to play a Treasure Cruise for Delve 3. So it says draw 3 cards, and Delve is each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1. So I have 2 Vial Smasher triggers. Same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're taking 8.
Ooh.
I'll then do it again. You're taking
Uh-oh.
8.
I'm telling you, Harrison is the threat here.
Doesn't seem like it. I have 3 cards in
Stuart's gonna
hand for
go
now.
out.
So
Oh,
he's,
no.
he's drawing cards. He's going
I
to
am
cast
now
more
drawing the 3.
big
Yeah.
fat spells.
Well, I did give him a heads up, so hopefully he's going to
Yeah,
be nice to me.
the heads up is much
Yeah,
appreciated.
and then he domed you.
No, that was random.
Well, it's all random, right? There's no intent behind it, so I can always fall back on that. I'll just pass the turn then.
Okay, untap.
I would like
Draw.
to do a little bit of politicking and ask that you hold off 1 turn to do a Johnny's thing.
No. -4 on Ajani. So each opponent chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. It does say enchantment. Yeah, and among non-land permanents they control and sack the rest. So you're first. Or for responses, I guess we got to go around that.
No one has mana
Okay,
untapped,
no one's
yeah.
okay.
So I'm going to sack my Ring of Velkus for
Okay.
1.
And which creature don't you like?
I think he likes both.
Yeah.
I love both, in fact.
if you sack
Well,
Krenko,
you're
you
gonna
can
be
always recast
heartbroken.
him. But Skirk Prospector's probably lost forever.
Yeah, that is true.
He's not running recursion and
Sack him in
mono red.
that is
response, you can make a red.
Seeing a little light on it.
Oh no, if you sack him in response, then you have to
that-
sack Krenko, yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I will sack Krenko.
All right, we got taxes.
That sucks.
You're
I
up.
will choose Anikathea as my creature and Sithis as my enchantment. And
Yep.
I'll sack the rest.
Okay. Very good. Mowing the lawn. Didn't get to see that ultimate. That's good. Okay, and you just need 1 creature.
And I'll sacrifice Vial Smasher, leaving my Sakashima Vial Smasher.
Okay, I'm going to continue. And I think I'm going to pay 4. I'm going to mutate to Cub Warden on top of Shiraki. So it gains likely, so he's going to go on top as a 3/5. So it keeps the equip ability that it had. And I'll put it like this, but it's a 3/5 creature which has a 1/1, so it's a 4/6 lifelink now.
Ooh.
If you want the lifelink, it actually has to go on top.
Is it that way?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then,
So then you won't get the
3/5.
instant equip stuff, but
oh, I thought you keep it. No, yeah,
it's
it
whichever
keeps,
one's the face up.
But I thought it keeps abilities of everything.
I think that is how mutate.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
Mutate holds all abilities.
Yeah, you get to keep the other guy. And how big's your creature?
It's just a
6?
4/4 at the moment, but I mean, Greg,
With menace.
I could smack you back.
You're gonna.
I don't have to. I want to attack
Are you
Harrison.
saying you're not attacking me your next
I haven't
combat?
hit Lucas once.
I want to attack Harrison. Give
You
me,
have the most
Give me
life,
that
sir.
lane. All right.
You can certainly attack him. I'm not going to stop you from attacking him, but.
Hold me back.
So that's a 4/6 coming at you with lifelink.
No blocks.
Okay, gain 4. Got there.
I think you only gained 3. I ticked you up, though,
Oh,
Greg.
okay, thank you. Go
Oh.
ahead. I say go.
There we go.
All right, I'll untap, upkeep, and draw land.
Whew.
Well, Yeah, let's do the smart thing and bring out the Mud Button Torch Runner.
Good old mud button.
What does it do?
Okay, Mud Button Torch Runner. When he dies, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Now, what is that again?
This is a 2/3.
Yeah, just making sure. I'm gonna pay 1 to equip my Skull Clamp onto my Torch Runner.
Yep. Now dies.
Yeah, it dies.
He's taking 3.
Sakashima.
Yes.
It will die.
Sure there wasn't a better choice there?
There was, but that's okay. I understand the spike play.
That was a spite.
I will
Yeah.
not be coming at you because of that. That was very
Just
nice.
remember when Lucas starts drawing 4 cards next turn.
Yeah.
The gates
and
are
I,
open.
I get to draw 2 cards. And I will pass the turn.
It's okay, Greg. I think we're on like the other side of the table a lot.
I know, we
right
gotta
now.
be careful
This is
not
like-
to always just turn into a 2-headed giant commander every time.
I don't know how this ends up happening every time.
Pure coincidence.
Yeah.
Surely. Okay. I will tap Savannah for a green, Plains for a white, and I will cast Rite of Harmony. So whenever a creature or enchantment enters the battlefield under my control this turn, I draw a card.
Okay.
So that's just a static effect. I will then tap Tainted Field for a white, and I'll cast Paladin class. Trigger Sithis, trigger Rite of Harmony. I'm going to gain 1 life and draw 2 cards. I will then tap Field of the Dead for colorless, Scrubland for. I didn't even say what Paladin class does.
Let's find out.
Yeah, spells your opponent's cast during my turn cost 1 more to cast. Can really interact with myself a little bit more. Then I can pay 2 colors and white and upgrade myself to level 2. Creatures I control get +1/+1. And then once I'm at level 2, I can pay 4 mana and a white. And whenever I attack, until end of turn, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike.
Wow.
Then I have a white and a colorless floating. I'm going to cast All That Glitters, targeting Anacathea, Hand of Erebos. So, All That Glitters says enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment I control. On cast, I'm going to draw a card from Sithis and from the Rite of Harmony. And gain a life.
Cards in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So they'll have to go to discard end of turn.
At least.
I'm then going to
Our
move
saving
to combat, and yeah, I'm gonna swing Anacathea at you, Greg. She has Menace, and upon attack trigger, she's gonna bring I'm gonna exile an enchantment from my yard and bring it back as a 3/3 creature. I'm gonna choose the Long Reach of Night. So when that enters, each opponent's going to sacrifice a creature unless they discard a card.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to draw a card from
Oh,
Rite of
you're
Harmony.
first
is
in
what
case
that
there's a
one is.
response, but you're tapped out anyway. I
Untap
get rid
it.
of Archetype.
I'll discard island.
I will discard Empty the Warrens.
Okay. And then Greg, you currently have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a 9/9 Menace creature coming at you.
Nothing I can do about that, but you've certainly angered the cat lady.
I will then move to second main phase, and I'll play this Temple of Malady as my land for the turn. I'll scry 1. Do I want that? Nah, bottom.
Ooh.
And then, just so I'm denoting this correctly, this Long Reach of Night is a token copy. It's also a 3/3 creature. So I'll just use this other die here to
And it
represent.
maintains all its abilities
Yes.
of whatever enchantment it was. Okay.
However, when it gets to the 3rd cycle, exile the saga, then return to the battlefield transformed. Because it's a token copy, it'll just exile itself.
Okay.
And then with that, I'll just pass the turn.
All right, I'll untap. And draw a card.
I'll move to discard. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll discard this Orzhov Basilica. Actually,
I'll play Luxury Suite.
A little removal going on.
discard this Idol of
wish.
Blossoms.
I guess I'll tap a little more efficiently. I'll pay 4. I'll play Sulfim Mayhem Dominus. If a source I control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. I can also pay 1 Phyrexian red, aka either red or 2 life. Discard 2 cards and put an indestructible counter on Sulfim.
Okay.
I will then pass the turn.
All right.
Yeah, I made the right decision.
Tap, draw.
Well,
There's my
it wouldn't
soul
have been
ring.
doubled this turn, it would have been the next.
I still think I made the right call.
I think killing Lucas's card draw is better, but that's maybe just me.
2 and
When
a
he
white.
starts going burr,
We're going to try to destroy Stroke of Midnight, this dude.
The Anakathea.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't have pro or anything, it looks
It
like
does
you're
not
tapped
have
out.
currently
You do get a 1/1
protections.
human.
Ooh, do you have a token for me?
I do, if you'd like it.
I will say no responses. Anakathea will die. All the glitters goes to
There
my
you go. It's
yard.
a custom cat human token.
And then my commander will cost 2 more.
Oh yeah, this is untapped. And then second spell is Lightning Greaves. Auto equips onto the, not auto equips, but 0 equip cost on there. And then we're going to do the 0, so it stays at 1. And his 0 says make a 2/1 cat warrior token. And if I have another red permanent other than him, which I don't, I would have dealt damage to any target equal number of creatures I control. And since no one's taking care of that enchantment, I might as well get the lifelink on Aaron this time as my choice. I don't know, what do you got left there? 3/3
I have this human token which you have
Yeah.
graciously given me,
yeah.
also known as a chump blocker. I have the Long Reach of Night zombie 3/3, and then I have Sithis Harvest Hand.
What's the total damage you could do in blocking?
5 damage.
All right, well let's try it since you're tapped out. So that's 6. It's sorry, it's only it's a 4/6.
I will declare the 1/1 human as a blocker.
Okay, gain 4.
Thank you for the token.
Yes, it's short-lived. And I'll say go.
All right, we'll untap,
I'm Jazzy.
upkeep, and draw.
you're gonna have to sack then when the
I got
long
it.
reach. Oh, you have the dude. Okay, you're good.
I made it just for that. If you survive
Good job,
to the
good
sack
job.
phase.
Yeah, I'm watching out for you now, Greg.
what is
Yeah,
that
that's
with
good,
the
man.
line
Yeah,
again?
I gave you a heads
Uh,
up.
each opponent sacrifices a
Sacks a
creature
creature.
unless they discard a card.
Cool. I'm going to pay a total of 3 mana to bring out Dark Dweller Oracle, who is a 2/2. I can pay 1, sack a creature, and exile the top card of my library. I may play that card this turn. You know, it's kind of fun. And 1 more for the Goblin Balloon Brigade. He's a 1/1, and I can pay 1 to give him flying.
Okay.
And with that, I will pay 1 to Skull Clamp my Dark Dweller Oracle.
I thought you were going to do the Balloon Brigade.
And
I
I'll pass
think the Balloon
Yeah, I think
Brigade
it's
might be dying on my main phase. All right, I will untap, upkeep nothing, draw. Sweet. I will then move to my main phase. Long Reach of Night triggers. Each of my opponents is going to sacrifice a creature unless they discard a card.
Dark Dweller Oracle.
I sacked my Cat Warrior.
And I will draw 2 cards.
Yep.
I will discard Mirror Hall Mimic.
Okay. Aaron is getting a little out of control with all that card draw.
That Skull Clamp's really putting in work, actually.
Yeah, I
Aaron.
know.
You better watch out.
1
Yeah.
for green, 2,
Aren't you glad you don't have
3,
21 mountains?
4.
Yeah, I know. Right?
I'm going to cast
You'd really be Skull Clamp.
another saga, Binding the Old Gods. So this one says, for the first one, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. The second one is search your library for a force card, put it on the battlefield tapped. And then the third one is creatures you control gain death touch until end of turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Greg, are you going to swing at me again next turn?
Are you asking so you may or may not destroy target non-land
I'm
permanent?
looking over there.
I just want lifelinks. It doesn't have to be you, Aaron.
Okay, as long as it's
Ready.
Aaron or Harrison,
Yeah.
you're free. All right. I will target Harrison's single non-land permanent
All right, I'll respond to that.
to the triggered ability.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 1 and 4 life. And I'm going to discard 2 cards to make Sulfim indestructible, to put an indestructible counter on Sulfum. Sorry, I should say.
So that's what the one is that's the indestructible counter? Or
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Just because, yeah, there's
That's
no,
cool. It's not a
there's
plus
no
one,
really
plus
good
one.
way to represent that, sadly.
We got you.
Ooh.
Ah.
And I'm gonna discard Watery Grave and Factor Fiction.
Okay.
Okay. I guess, sorry, set this trigger when I cast that spell, I draw a card and gain a life. I will, interesting, tap this for a green, this for a colorless. I think I am going to bestow upon you, Harrison, an elk. So you're
It's indestructible.
This is like, I'm just out of the game now. What was the point of double removing me?
Well, you worked through it. I didn't read the card for life.
Okay, I see.
However, I do get a cast trigger, so I will draw a card and gain a life. Now, Trickster's Elk is a 2-mana bestow, makes your creature a 3/3, and then if this creature were somehow to be removed, bounced, exiled, cannot be destroyed now, that elk
It
would become a
actually
creature.
does not have indestructible because it loses all abilities.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
I was even more of a big brain than I thought. All right, love to see it. I'll play Command Tower as my land for the turn. I'm going to move to combat. Harrison, do you want to block?
Yeah, I mean, sure. If you want a 3/3.
Sure, I'll swing at you for 3, Harrison.
Psych, I'm taking 3.
Take your 3 damage.
I'm going to 31.
They're not going to
Got
censor
me.
that in the edit.
Sorry.
All right, I will, second main phase, tap Command Tower for a green, and I will cast Elephant Grass. So Elephant Grass has a cumulative upkeep of 1 mana. So that means at the beginning of my upkeep, I'm going to put a counter on there, and then for each counter, I need to pay 1 mana. Otherwise, I sacrifice the permanent. Elephant Grass reads, black creatures cannot attack you. Non-black creatures cannot attack you unless their controllers pays an additional 2 mana for each attacking creature.
Okay.
That'll trigger Sithis. I will draw a card and gain a life.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. I will pass the turn.
You did all right. He still
All
has 7
untap.
cards.
I'll draw.
Crazy.
So if I remember the way the rules work, when I play Sakashima and target my Sulfim, it will enter the Sulfim still.
It will.
Yes. I'll play Spire Bluff Canal, and I'll tap 6 to recast Sakashima as a copy of Sulfim. You know, just for funsies, I guess I'll swing at Greg for 3.
Greg, I thought we were...
Well, this is just for funsies, that's why I said
Oh.
that. Yeah.
Just for fun
Just
losing
for
life.
fun.
Right.
Wasn't fun for me, just so you know. Okay, y'all done?
Yeah.
All right. Tap draw. I'll play a Thespian Stage. It's a land that can tap for 1 colorless. I can pay 2 and it becomes a copy of target land, except it maintains that ability. So there's
Hey,
some
you get a
special
Field of the
lands
Dead
over
over
there.
there.
Yeah, I
What
missed
does-
my Field of the Dead trigger.
What does
but,
Field of the Dead do
It
again?
says if you control, including this land, 7 lands of different names.
Yeah.
Whenever land comes in, you make a 2/2 black zombie creature token.
Okay, so it doesn't help me just yet. I think, I guess I should get ready for more sack. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best top deck. Yeah.
You can always Minas Tirith.
Yeah, for a card draw. And I need to attack with 2 creatures to
Oh,
get
it's
a card
2?
draw. Yeah, 2 or more.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
will leave him at 1 and make the 2/1 cat. And Aaron this time can, I gotta keep up on the lifelink here. So it's a 4/6 coming at you.
Okay.
And you have 3, 4, yeah, 4/6.
4/6. I will take 4.
Okay, lifelink 4.
See you, Lifelink. I knew that.
Oh, go ahead. He's barely
All right.
keeping up there.
Thanks. I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. Not land. All right. Let's see what I can do here. Let's start this off with a Goblin Matron. When Goblin Matron enters the battlefield, I may search my library for a Goblin card, reveal that card, and put it into my hand, then shuffle my library.
Okay.
You know, this is when if you were playing Krenko, you'd get Goblin Recruiter, and we just watch you tutor for about 10 minutes. So
This is a
I'm
more
I'm
fun
glad,
version.
yeah, Aaron is the fun version where he just gets like a cool goblin that does something.
You don't want to make a stack of 15 goblins, which inevitably is the wrong order.
Yeah,
It's
right.
always
You
the
go,
wrong
oh, my
order.
ringleader's fourth from the top. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I am grabbing my Goblin Chieftain and putting him into my hand.
All right.
I cannot play him yet. So instead, that should be there. I'm going to pay 2 more to bring out Krenko's Command, to cast Krenko's Command. I put 2 1/1 Goblin creature tokens onto the battlefield.
Okay.
Aha. And with that, I'll pass the turn.
Okay. I will untap. Upkeep. I'm gonna put a counter on Elephant Grass.
I think that Saga goes off before you draw.
No,
Main
it
phase.
actually happens
It's
at the
draw,
beginning of your
then-
pre-combat main
Yeah.
phase, yeah.
I will
Which is why Fable the Mirror Breaker is so broken.
pay a colorless
Well,
for
one of the
Elephant
many
Grass
reasons.
to stick around, and then I'll move to draw. Okay. I will go to my pre-combat main phase. Trigger Long Reach of Night. It will try to exile itself, and it will succeed and go away forever.
Okay.
Okay. However, Binding of the Old Gods will tick up to 2, and I'm going to search my library for a force card, put it on the battlefield tap, and then shuffle my library.
Okay.
It's just another proxy.
Yep. I grabbed every proxy card in my deck just to spite you.
That's good. Well, they're also the best cards in your deck. Who'd have thought?
Right.
I mean,
Some of them.
Sithis has drawn me.
That's
well.
weird. You usually don't play proxies.
That's true.
You know what it
Surprised me.
is I brought my deck box with the 5-color deck, and I only realized that I took the proxies, like
late.
I took the actual cards out and put proxies in. So
okay.
even though I was talking a big game of going in and grabbing them,
Yeah.
they're not here. So, yeah,
Oh, I'm leaving that in. That's not getting
Oh,
rid of
yeah.
it.
look cut to me. All right, so we're back. I
Yeah.
grabbed a Bayou, which is a swamp forest, so it is a forest for the Binding of the Old Gods. It'll enter the battlefield tapped, and then I will continue on. All right, how about I pay, oh sorry, lest we forget, Field of the Dead trigger. Since I control 7 or more lands with different names, I'm gonna make a 2/2 black zombie creature token.
Okay.
I do not have that token with me right now. Does anyone happen to have a zombie on them?
I do not.
I didn't bring my tokens.
Not
so-
on me, no.
All right. Well, I mean, I got this cat beast. It's got a flavor.
Okay.
This cat beast is
You
seeing
should
better
take
days.
offense to this, Greg.
Yeah. I mean, playing cat.
It's a zombie of his cats.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, the ones
when
that,
they
that he's
die.
been sacking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's flavorful. All right, I'm gonna pay a green and a white, and I'm gonna cast a Rampant Growth. I'm gonna search my library for a basic land card, put that card on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So I'm gonna go searching.
Yep.
Lucas and searching his library?
Right? What?
You know, that's
Common
very,
occurrence.
it's a very uncommon thing for me to do, really.
Really is.
All right, we're back. I grabbed a forest with Rampant Growth, so that's gonna go onto the battlefield tapped. Trigger Field of the Dead, I will make another 2/2 zombie. I will then, literally dropping the cards in my hand. I will play this Selesnya Sanctuary as my land for the turn, returning this forest card to my hand. Trigger Field of the Dead.
Bounce lands in 2024.
Hey, look, it's synergizing. It's synergizing.
You could also
You're
get a
making
land
zombie
tapped
cats.
for double with your Thespian
That's
stage.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
But I gotta. Yeah, that's true.
Just pointing out all the various
All the-
things.
Yeah,
you know?
that's better
Yeah.
than the other one because I don't have 7 yet.
Yeah.
You probably have some dual lands too.
Not
No,
ones
they're
you
all
want.
ores.
I think,
But
Yeah,
you're all
they're all
single
one makes
producing.
two.
Yeah.
what?
Bayou makes 2 straight up, right?
No, Golgari Rot Farm.
Oh, the rock one.
I think I'm just going to pass the turn there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Surprise.
Untap, draw. Wow. So Greg, we're still friends and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, unless you're having another
So look
fun
at them
turn.
conspiring.
No,
Right.
no. This is
How dare.
This is friendly magic. Oh, this needs to be untapped. My apologies.
Okay.
Yes, you're elk.
I'm going to play this battle an invasion of Segovia. When it
Yeah.
enters the battlefield, I'm going to create 2 1/1 Krakens with trample.
The little krakens.
And that has 4.
What happens when it
Counters
flips?
on
That's
Well,
see how friendly we are.
like to
I'm sure it turns into an 8/8
Check the
kraken.
terms and conditions.
No, it's friendly.
For the rest of the
Everything
class,
gets
though,
convoked.
Non-creatures though, don't worry.
Beginning of your end step, and you untap 4. I don't know if I'm that friendly because there's no guarantee they're not coming at me. You've already proven you're.
Well, see,
little
the thing
swingy.
is Lucas has 8 cards in his hand, and we all have like 2, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs.
I only
to-
have 7.
Sorry, 7. I said 8 to be an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Sakashima is coming at Invasion of Segovia, which is actually a 5/4 Sulfin Mayhem Dominus.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my cat, and you're going. I'll let that happen. Did it have trample or menace?
Nope,
So I could have blocked it.
you could have. This is
To-
why I
to
asked
say-
you. Yeah.
So what are we doing with regards to politicking here?
Well, I think we all have to kill Lucas
You're
or he's
going
gonna
at
win
Lucas
the game.
full out?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
These
we'll
guys
allow
are
it.
crazy. In response to no blocks,
Yep.
I figured this was coming.
I'll go
The
green.
gesture was there.
It was.
Yeah.
This is what matters to
Green,
me.
black, white. I am going to cast a Putrefy. Destroy target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated, targeting your Sakashima.
Can you make it
1,000
indestructible? It's
I
the red
no
guy.
longer have 2 cards in hand.
Ah.
The long reach of that.
Putrefy,
Sakashima.
does it search for a basic or no? I'm thinking of.
You're
No.
thinking of the
Ah.
Death Sprout.
Yeah. Okay.
So how many times have you cast those?
I've cast Sakashima twice and Vile Smasher once.
All right.
Right.
So this didn't happen.
Nothing
I'm
happens.
The guardian of the invasion.
Pass to you.
So what happens
Alright.
when it dies?
On your end step, I'm going to make Thespian Stage. Which one of your lands taps for 2?
Selesnya Sanctuary.
Selesnya, yeah.
The Sanctuary, so I can make a green and a white with it now. That's a Selesnya Sanctuary. Untap, draw.
It turns into a 3/3 Serpent, which gives your non-creature spells Convoke, and then at the beginning of your end step, you untap all creatures you control.
Ah,
Which isn't really relevant.
I'm going to up.
but he gets that or you get that?
I get that.
I'm upticking a Ajani to put a 1/1 counter on every cat I control. And when I do it, I go boop, boop, boop. And that's what that does. He's at 3. I just played a Leon Vanguard. At the beginning of combat on my turn, if I control 3 or more creatures, which I do, he gets a +1/+1 counter on him, and I gain 1 life. So I'll gain 1.
Are you moving to combat then?
I am moving to beginning of combat, yep.
Okay.
Because I have nothing else to do. So for blocks, a 3/2 and 3/2/2.
3 2/2s, and there's a lot of grass over here, so you're gonna need to pay some mana to kind of clear it out.
Only for 1, yeah. I got the mana. So he's a 7
You
defense.
have to pay 2 per
For each creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I was only going to attack with 1, but he's got quite a bit going on. The goblins are actually a little less threatening right now. We got 3, 4, 5.
Just
He could do 7. That's my
I
total
think
defense.
you
So
still
you,
need to swing at Lucas, is my personal
yeah, but
opinion.
he's just going to throw 3. Well, you'd have to lose all goblins and something. I mean, all
All the
stone
cats? I
all
think you
the
just
zombies.
take 4 to the face.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's
Or 5?
it's 5 now.
Ah.
I'll try as long as you're staying away from me.
Hey, yeah.
Are you attacking with that token or just?
And I
the-
paid 2. That token is not attacking, just this guy.
Okay, and it's a 5/7.
Yeah.
No blocks declared.
Okay. Gain 5.
And I'll lose 5.
Yeah. And
I figured that would be the
probably
result.
yeah.
I'll say go.
All right, I will untap, upkeep, and draw, not land. All right.
You haven't done your random damage for a while.
That's what tends to happen when Lucas kills all my shit
Yeah.
and draws 8 cards a turn. Yeah.
I'm doing my best for the table. Keeping the peace.
See, the last time I played against him, he had about a 40-minute long turn,
Yeah.
and there was a new guy we were playing with, and so he just sat there and watched as Lucas was just
Yeah.
pulling shit out of his graveyard and his library.
I don't
and-
think it was 40 minutes. But
Okay, it was like 22.
I'm gonna pay 1 and skull clamp my goblin,
Yep.
who will die, and I will draw 2.
Aaron's
Mountain.
probably drawn the same amount of cards as I have when we think about it.
With the skull clamp.
with the skull clamp.
Somehow I don't think so, even still.
I really don't
And
think
he's
so.
not gaining a life every time, too.
Yeah, and I played
One
mountain
life.
for
And
turn.
recurring all your enchantments.
Um,
No one's taking care of your board. I don't have enough removal. I did a
They've
couple.
tried.
5. Nope.
Well, as long as we all agree that he's the threat, that's all that
Let's
matters.
think that's
pay
agreed upon.
3 for the Goblin Chieftain. So I can no longer skull clamp
So what's the
anything.
chieftain have?
The Chieftain has haste, and other goblins, creatures you control get +1/+1 and have haste.
Okay.
You could always equip Skull Clamp and then sack with the Skirk Prospector to draw, so.
That is true. I can.
That could be the
I definitely can. There are ways of making things happen.
secret play.
Secret lair.
So I'm gonna pay 2. And you know what? I like that plan. One
Planted a seed.
One of those 2 is gonna skull clamp my goblin, who doesn't die, and then I'm gonna pay. Yeah. I'm gonna sack this goblin to my Skirk Prospector to draw 2 cards, and I will sack my Goblin Balloon Brigade for my 3rd.
By using the floating one,
Yes.
skull clamping the balloon grade. Okay.
And with said 3 mana, I will cast Hall of Triumph. As Hall of Triumph enters the battlefield, choose a color. I choose red. Creatures I control of the chosen color get +1/+1.
Did you have 3 mana? It felt like you only
He
had
did.
2.
I did.
I was keeping track,
Okay,
just in
cool.
case.
Yeah.
Yep. I do the math in my head.
Yeah.
And with that, I will pass the turn.
All right. Cool.
Okay. I will untap, upkeep, put another counter on the elephant grass. I believe I will pay for it again. So I will tap Field of the Dead and the Plains.
Goblins are 3/3s now.
We're getting bigger. Move to draw.
Too bad there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
I know.
Gotta get the commander back.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
Then I'll move to my post-combat main phase, pick up Binding of the Old Gods. Creatures I control gain Death Touch until end of turn, so we'll just remember that. I will go there, sacrifice itself. Then I will go green, white, black. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will cast Anacathea, Hand of Erebos, my commander again. So other enchantment creatures I control have Menace herself, and when she enters, I'll return an enchantment, but before I do that, Sithis will trigger, I will gain a life and draw a card.
Sigh.
Lasai. Remember when you could have killed this like 10 turns ago?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I believe
Oh.
I will be the degenerate gamer, and I'm going to bring back Eidolon of Blossoms. So Eidolon of Blossom reads, whenever Eidolon of Blossom or another enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, I draw a card. So
And this is a 3/3 zombie.
this is a 3/3 token copy.
Right.
That's a zombie.
This
So-
is why I need to be running more rats.
I will draw. The rat wouldn't be even good right about now for you.
We're in the board wipe waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top deck of board wipe.
Okay. I will then.
Until he just recasts it again next turn and gets
Yeah.
another thing back. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to move to combat.
he'd also get back his Sithis too.
I'm going to swing
True.
3 2/2s at. With Menace, mind you. Probably at you, Greg. Yeah, 3 2/2s with Menace at you. And
What
those
is
are
it? Menace?
Yeah, everything has menace.
No, sorry, that's a good call.
Yeah.
They do not have menace,
Why
although
not?
they look spooky. They're they're zombies.
Zombies, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why you thought they had
Yeah.
menace. They're spooky looking.
Yes.
Look at these zombies over here.
All right. Then
Yeah,
I
they're
will safely block one of them with my Vanguard. He's a 3/3
How is he a 3/3?
because he has 2 1/1 counters on him.
How do you get 2?
Because I've done Ajani's ability twice.
Yes, twice in total.
No, sorry,
for
only
him.
once. But when he entered, if I control 3 or more creatures, he gets 1/1 and gains life. So it's
Until
actually
end of turn.
is that only till end of turn?
Yeah.
Ah, the 1/1.
Sorry, homie. Keeping you
All right.
honest.
There we go. So he's a 2/2. So I don't block. I'd rather not lose the cat.
Okay, so
That's
So I
all.
take
I didn't
6?
want you to
6
get,
damage.
you know, baited into
might have
a
died.
trade because Lucas may or may
Lucas
not
would have said
been
after
paying
I
atten-
blocked.
Exactly. He may or may not have been paying attention.
you never know.
Right.
Hey, Greg, that's only till end of turn.
All right.
Yeah.
Second
so this
main-
is me helping you
Ba-doo,
remember that.
ba-doo.
Second main phase, I'll play a forest, and then I will tap
Trigger Field of the Dead.
Trigger Field the Dead. Thank you.
This guy.
Such a helper.
I'll make
All about
another
the game, so I can just watch
untapped,
everyone else.
another untapped zombie over here. Looks just like a copy of the other one. So I play the forest, tap 2, then I'll play Starfield Mystic. Starfield Mystic reads enchantment spells I cast cost 1 less to cast, and whenever an enchantment I control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Starfield Mystic. Notably not an enchantment,
Top deck
so I don't
somewhere.
draw like 4 cards, which is weird.
First time.
Yeah.
7 cards in hand, pass turn.
Wow.
I don't think he's not had 7 in his
Untap.
hand on his end step yet.
Draw.
Well, there was the one time he had to, go down to 7.
Yeah,
I
at
had the
beginning.
discard, yeah.
If you get this invasion off again, I'll let you hit it.
Yeah. I kind of want you to do something else, actually, if you don't mind.
What is that?
I want you to kill all of my stuff.
Okay.
Can we do that?
How can I kill all your stuff?
Well,
You mean
actually,
blocks?
you can kill my stuff for free.
Is this guy not indestructible?
Okay, what
No,
do
he's
I
not.
get?
Oh.
You get a chance at me drawing a board wipe.
I don't want that.
Okay.
Goblins are about to pop off next turn.
I'll certainly kill the 2/1/1s, but I can't kill the big dude. 3/3 elk, whatever.
We both
it
have
is.
a nice amount of cards in hand, don't we?
All right.
Yeah, it's weird.
Solfim is coming at you.
Okay.
And then these 2 Krakens are coming at you, Greg.
Okay, I blocked the 2 Krakens. They're 1/1s, correct?
They are.
Okay.
And what is it that is causing you to draw cards upon their deaths?
Well,
We don't know yet.
that's for me to know and for you to find out,
Okay.
sadly.
Okay.
But you probably don't want to take 3. You're a little tender. Why would you choose him as the block? You should swing at him.
Well, then I have to pay mana.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, rereading this, you put an indestructible counter on Solfim.
So this should have indestructible because it's a. But the
Loses
It
all
loses
those.
all
the
ability.
ability.
But the counter is still there, so it still retains indestructibility, does it not?
No, because
No,
it's.
it loses the ability.
You're right. The counter's on it, but it would be just like it
counter's
said.
not
it was
doing
on the
anything.
card.
He
has an
it
indestructible
sees it, but it's
counter,
just
but
like,
yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the counter exists, but
Okay.
If it ever falls off,
it's
you
not
would get it back.
functioning.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just recasting Vile Smasher then for 5.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Come on, top deck. Let's get something spicy. That's kind of spicy. The Oscillate Pride you asked me if I had in this
Hey.
deck has entered the building.
Nice.
And what is it?
So it has First Strike and Lifelink. It's a 1/1. It also has Ascend. I do my end step. If I gain life this turn, I get a 1/1 white cat creature token. Then, if I have the City's Blessing, which I will, because I have 10 or more permanents, I get a copy of each token that entered the battlefield this turn. So, and if it was legendary, it doesn't ignore legendary, but it's good. We're making some cats, I think. I am going to go ahead and +2 Ajani. So that takes him to 5. We're going to put a +1 on every cat I control.
Come on, Ajani, we need that ultimate. Come on, baby.
And 1, 2, okay, lots of mana, nothing to do with it. I do have the City's Blessing. And as a result of it, so the beginning of my end step, if I gained life this turn. So I'm going to move to combat. Beginning of combat on my turn. If I have 3 or more creatures, I do. Temporary +1 till end of turn and gain 1 life. Okay. Lucas, for blocks, you have 1, 3, 3.
I have a 3/3,
Yeah.
a 4/4, a 2/2, a 1/2, and a 2/2.
I don't think I'm going to hurt you combat damage wise.
Yeah. Might as well just full swing at Harrison.
I don't think so. I need his help to.
Damn, I thought that was a pretty convincing argument.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm right there with you, man.
See, Greg,
Right there with you.
these
3 to
poor men,
4,
you know, they already have a lock on the game. Well, Lucas does. Aaron, I'm sorry, but
Unfortunately, I need to
Aaron
up
has
him.
like
I
5
don't have
cards in
anything that
hand.
makes
yeah,
tokens.
but you also have to pay 2 if you want to attack Lucas with any
I know.
goblins. So.
I know.
So I'll just move to my end step. I did gain life this turn, even though it was only 1. I'm going to leave him up as a blocker, and that means I create 2 1/1 oscillates. And I will say go. They're pretty little oscillate cats. Yeah, go ahead. I just got to put them down.
All right. Okay, I will untap, upkeep, and draw.
Doubled because I have the city's blessing.
Yes, sir.
All right, mountain for turn. Then let's bring in 3 and 3 more. 1 for a goblin motivator. Then 6 for Krenko.
What is the goblin motivator?
Goblin motivator. I can tap him and target creature gains haste until end of turn.
They'll have haste anyway.
They'll have haste. But now Krenko is out for the
And he has
second
haste.
time. He also has haste.
Not good.
Um,
Depends
There's going to be a
who
lot
the
of
goblins
mana
are going
here.
at.
what do you mean a lot of mana? I don't know what you're talking about.
I do. You tap Krenko and make 5 goblins.
Yes, just 5 goblins.
And then sack them for mana.
Yes.
Depends what's in his hand.
1, 2.
He's going to sack 5 goblins to play another M12 draft common.
There's only good value goblins in that deck.
I am going to tap Krenko to make 5 3/3 goblins.
Yeah. That's a little scary for you guys.
I love how they're shingled. They're kind of scattered.
They're in a squad.
Yeah.
Yep. And with that, I am
You gotta attack.
suddenly I'm a threat.
They are hasty.
They are hasty. They are in fact hasty.
Harrison has 1 block.
I'm already out of the game.
Which
If
he
you
doesn't
want to put me
want.
further out, it's fine. I can't even cast this card in my hand because, you didn't kill my
Yeah.
thing. So.
I think you can just
Wait
need
till
to
he
look over
slams
there, honestly.
an
He's gonna
extra
win.
turn spell.
I have no extra turn spells in this deck. I don't even know why you said that. I'll be honest.
Of everyone here, the 2 of you are the threats.
You can't swing at Lucas though because he's elfin grass. So
True.
Yeah, so might as well swing at Greg.
He could sack goblins to pay the 2.
I
don't
could.
want- you don't want it.
I definitely
Doesn't make
could.
sense.
don't want it,
he's not going to do that.
Another option is that I don't swing and everyone just acknowledges that I'm just trying to be a nice guy.
Ah, you gotta swing.
Well,
I mean,
acknowledge it.
I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, like,
You have my full acknowledgement if you don't get it.
remember last time you
Yes,
played
I do.
Krenko and you didn't attack? I feel like that's what
I
these moments-
acknowledge your power,
Yeah.
and I acknowledge it precisely by saying that you should just sit there, look good, wait
Yeah.
until Lucas doesn't pay 3, and then kill him.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
That's
Yeah.
my pitch.
You're gonna keep draining his pool, and eventually he'll get rid of it.
Yeah, elephant grass
But
will
he can
come
bring it
back
back.
with Anacathia, but yeah. You see the problem of why drawing so many cards early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you always have an
That's
answer.
fine.
Yeah.
All
No
I
issues
ask
over
is
here.
that there's no board wipes from you.
I don't
wouldn't.
really want to wipe the board because I have
He
4
wants his board
zombies
state.
and I got good creatures out. And
Probably has one in his hand, just
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
when I
fair
stride,
enough.
I did bottom up board wipe. I didn't want it.
you didn't want Toxic Deluge?
I didn't want the damnation.
Oh, okay.
All right, you have 1, 2.
I have 6 blockers.
You have 6 blockers. Sweet. I will swing at you
7.
with 7.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
it is
5,
just 6.
You could hit my battle if
I
you
want
want.
to attack you if you just attack Greg, and then I'll attack Greg as well. Get some
What?
good damage in.
You could hit my battle.
No.
That'd be nice.
It would be nice for you.
It would be.
It would not help me in the slightest.
It would help you because he's gonna kill Lucas.
Well,
All right, just do it.
I'm
If
going to
you're
swing
do it, do it.
6 at Greg.
Okay.
Nope,
And they're 3/3s, right?
7 at Greg.
They are indeed 3/3s?
They are indeed 3
Yeah.
3s.
The matron's coming in.
All right, so I can only block 1 safely without losing anything because all my guys have 3 as the biggest defense. And that will lifelink me 6.
Well, you can always sack in response, so you don't gain the life, actually.
He
You
can
just
sack?
had to say that.
I'm just pointing. We're
Where's the
friends.
thing that
I'm just
negates?
pointing it
Where's the
out.
thing that negates life?
I can sack a goblin for mana.
what?
Once you've declared blockers, he can sack before combat damage.
Oh,
You
and then I
gain.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna sack this particular token that you love so
just
much.
that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I am definitely sacking that so you don't gain any.
Okay.
Had you blocked any of the others, you would have gained
Yeah.
life.
Right. You're gonna sack
You would have
whatever I
gained
block.
life.
So what's 5 of them? 6?
There are 6 left. They are all 3 3s.
Yeah,
So it's
so-
18 damage.
I guess I'm taking 18 damage.
Nice.
This is
Congratulations, you talked Aaron into
Problem.
it.
This is problem.
Okay.
And with that, I'll pass the turn.
Very nice.
Now I'm gonna accidentally kill you. That's
Me?
because I have random damage.
Yeah. Well, you better not.
Well, that's what I'm
Randomly
saying.
kill
Well,
me.
the damage is equal
You're the
to
one that
what?
convinced him to swing. He said.
I wanted him to hit my battle.
I swung in the direction.
I said he should sit there and look pretty if you wind back the tape.
Upkeep.
Editors, cut that
Elephant Grass. Going to put a counter on it, and then I'm going to choose not to pay the cost. So it's going to go to my graveyard. Trigger Starfield Mystic. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on it. Because their enchantment went. Yes, whenever enchantment I control is put into my graveyard from the battlefield.
Okay.
That's what the card says. I will then draw a card for turn. Cool. Then I will move to my main phase. I feel like I had a Saga at one point, but I guess I don't anymore. That's what I was looking for there. Okay.
Right. You have the Paladin class. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things with different counters on them. How about I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is it the
Yeah.
Avacyn saga?
No. I'm gonna cast Open the Vault.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna return
Well, that's fun.
all artifacts and enchantment cards from all graveyards to the battlefield under their owner's controls. So everyone gets to rebuild a little bit here. I'm being nice, I'm being
I have
kind.
zero.
Yeah, you're being
All
nice to yourself.
enchantments and artifacts?
Yeah.
So do we do it in order?
Enchantments and artifacts?
Enchantments, not creatures.
Correct.
Just one.
Oh, you actually have one.
Creatures would have been really nice. Thank you, you brought my soul ring back.
Yeah,
So-
no problem.
When
And my
he
Ring of Elkis.
enters, all my creatures have first strike, and my opponents can't have first strike.
Ooh.
So I get Font of
Much more than
Fertility, Crop
He's drawing a
Sigil,
card off everyone.
Binding
too.
of the Old Gods, Elephant Grass, and all that glitters. All that glitters is going to go on Anacathea.
Yee.
I have
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that are entering, so I'm going to draw 5 cards. 1. Actually, I don't gain
They're
life.
not cast.
no?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not
Sithis
cast.
is cast.
3,
Okay.
4,
Elsie draw
5.
10.
But I like that attitude.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me you guys are buddies. Oh, you missed some life gain. Let me get that for
It just so happens to be that way.
Oh,
Binding of the
boy.
Old Gods going to take up destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Harrison, how's it going over there?
You can
Wow.
do whatever you want. I'm
Poor
just
Harrison.
watching this game.
You're just
Picture me at home, like watching YouTube
Eating
in bed
Cheetos?
right now. Yeah. I'm just here.
He's just chilling.
Yeah. Oh, you could kill Sulfum if you want your elk.
I kind of like him on your field. Makes me feel like we're teaming up.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna destroy the first striker.
I just got him.
I know, but it's like you barely knew him though.
Is he legendary? He is not, so I cannot save him. I don't think I have. Oh, hold on. No, it still happens. Yep.
Okay. I will then pay 1 and 2, and I'm going to sack Font of Fertility to search my library for a basic land card, put on battlefield, tap, then shuffle. So we're back. I grabbed a Plains with my Font of Fertility, so put that on the battlefield tapped. Trigger Field of the Dead. I'll make another zombie. We'll just denote it as that because it cannot attack. Then I will all these lands that enter tapped in my hand. Sure, why not? I'll play this Orzhov Basilica, bouncing this Plains back to my hand. Trigger Field of the Dead. See, it's good.
Bounce lands in 2024.
It's good. I believe I am almost ready to move to combat. I think what I'll do first, though, is I'll tap this command tower for a green. Yeah. I'm going to cast this Shaper's Sanctuary. So whenever a creature I control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, I draw a card. So if you target my dudes with a spell, I draw a card. Trigger, sit this, harvest hand, Eidolon. So I'm going to draw 2 cards and gain a life. This is fine. Okay.
Cards in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Almost.
Very close.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it very known that he counted that while still looking at his board.
Yeah.
I will move to combat.
Scheming.
Yes.
Anacathea, which
What
is
do your creatures have right now?
all my enchantment creatures have menace, and no other added
No
bonus.
death touch right now. Okay.
Was that? Yeah, I think that was like last turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something did it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that
I
was
didn't.
last
I don't even think I really took advantage of it.
You didn't.
Yeah. So Anacathea, who's currently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she's currently a 13. That's going to come at you, Harrison.
Sure.
Starfield Mystic is going to come at you, Harrison.
Oh, I'm getting some love.
You are just a little tap.
I hope Krenko
Eidolon of
beats
Blossom
your ass.
is going to come at you, Harrison.
He's got the grass back now.
These 4 cats, which are actually zombies, are going to go at you, Harrison. And those will be my declared attacks. So we have 4 2/2s, a 13/13 with menace, 3/3 with menace, and a 3/3 normal.
Is that lethal? If he
I
doesn't
will
block?
block a 2/2 with Vile Smasher, and I'll take the rest.
Okay, so it'll take 13, 16, 19, plus 3 times 2 is 25.
I'll go to 6.
Okay. Second main
At
phase.
least the Johnny can still ultimate next
Yeah.
turn.
Unless we got a surprise.
So you blocked a zombie, so one of them dies.
That is correct.
I'm gonna pay a black. I'm gonna cast Warlock class. Warlock class is the beginning of my end step. If a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life, and then I can pay a black and 1 to level it up. And when it does, I look at the top 3 cards in my library, put 1 into my hand, the rest in the graveyard, and I can pay 7 after that to level it up again. At the beginning of my end step, each opponent will lose life equal to the life they lost this turn. However, on cast, I will draw 1 and gain a life, and then when it enters, I will draw another card. Cool.
Still at 40.
I think battles are immune to a Johnny's.
What's that?
Let's go!
I think.
Let's
Tap-
go!
temple.
Oh no, they're
Malady.
just grouped with
Yeah, it's because it's
a
based
non-choice.
off
No, maybe.
of, based off of Tragic Arrogance, right? Which is like
Okay.
printed before battles.
yeah.
I will
Let's
move
go.
to discard. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in hand. So there's 13, there's 12, there's 11, there's 10, there's 9, there's 8, and then I will. Nissian Wander is my last discard.
Okay, let's go, Harrison.
Go ahead, Harrison.
Ah, I see. Lucas has finished playing solitaire. Thank you. I'll untap. Draw my card
See,
for turn.
I really was targeting Harrison because I need the board space.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
All
Of
makes
course.
sense.
Greg, we're still like homies and stuff, right?
I'll let you hit the invasion.
For real, broski? For real?
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
Lucas has been picking on.
Oh man, I forgot my Anacathea trigger.
Actually,
so I got
doesn't
another
matter.
enchantment back.
I'll just pass.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, untap. Draw. I'll keep that as a card that I may want to discard. So first, I'm going to try this. So let's bring him down to 1. Starting with Aaron, each opponent chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a planeswalker, and sack the rest.
This goblin. And the ring.
No, oh.
You sack the rest.
You're
You choose
choosing
one.
what you keep,
Oh.
not the other way around.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's the board wipe I did earlier. So you get to keep one
reason
creature,
I-
one
Six.
artifact,
Why
one
are you
enchantment.
binding the old gods in?
Okay,
thought
I
it was
misunderstood it.
-6.
But I already
Yeah.
did it once earlier, remember?
Yeah, and I only had 2 options.
Yeah.
I completely misunderstood it.
That's good news.
That is good news.
That's absolutely terrible, is what that is.
Hey, don't worry, you still
That's why
attacked
you,
me
that's
all
why you
out.
swung at him. That's why I swung on Harrison. We're spreading love around.
Spreading much,
You mean you're
much of love.
spreading garbage from one end of the table to the other like usual. But that's okay.
Just the way this game just happened to be working.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So what goblin would you like to keep?
All of them.
One. And you can start thinking, Lucas, so you do it quickly.
Yeah. Do you choose as well?
No, opponent.
Just opponent.
Opponents. Okay.
All right. These 2 are gonna go.
I mean, if you had an instant in your hand,
Which I don't.
you could sack them all to make mana.
I don't.
Okay. This looks painful. I like it.
It is very painful.
Makes it worthwhile. You can't keep the prospector over Granko, come on.
But it's so useful.
Okay,
Rip.
you're up.
Jeez.
I am sacrificing everything except for Elfin Grass as my enchantment,
Keep in the grass.
and all that glitters.
Oh, that means you can't keep that. Little high five there.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get randomly killed by
You
you.
sure are.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Better not.
Elk dies. Very sad.
I'll be furious.
Or actually,
So
do I want the Starfield Mystic? No, I don't.
Which one are you keeping?
That's just a weird play.
So you kept. Aren't
Any-
those both enchantments?
One's a
Creature,
creature.
enchantment.
But I would say they're both enchantments.
creature enchantment.
So I get to
Because
choose a
yeah,
creature
because
and
it's
an
a type.
enchantment?
yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose Sulfum, so I'm gonna sacrifice File Smasher.
Okay. Now, for my next, I gotta pay 2 per. So you're saying I can only attack. So there's 1. There's 2. I'm not really hitting for a lot. So this is going at Lucas. We want him to go.
Why don't you uptick first?
No, I can't. I just downed him.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Doi.
Yeah, that's why you're all in pain. So 1, 2, I'll send 3. So beginning my upkeep, he's temporary +1, gain a life. And Lucas, I'll pay the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 here, I guess. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This is 6.
Yeah, did I not say? No, it's only 5. It's 3. Oh yeah, I forgot he's, yeah.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I have responses.
Go ahead.
Doubling my damage.
I'm sorry, Greg.
Why would you do this?
Do it.
I'm gonna play Blood for the Blood God. It's an instant that spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that died this turn. I'm gonna discard my hand and draw 8 cards, and Blood for the Blood God will deal 8 damage to each opponent. It'll be 16 because of Sulfum.
So is that in response to attacks?
Yeah, it's instant.
Okay,
But that's
so
random opponent?
No,
Or it's
each
targeting
opponent.
each opponent?
Each.
Does it target?
Why
Not
didn't
a
you do that
target.
Does it hit
before?
creatures as well, or is it just
Nope.
opponents? Okay.
Why didn't you do this after I hit Lucas?
Why didn't you do it
Because
before you
then
did
you live.
that?
Yeah?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so never ally with you again either. Okay, I just make sure there's no,
Any
Remember when you
responses?
said I was gonna kill you randomly?
you lied.
I meant right now. Yeah.
That's not cool. I don't think I have a response. I'm
So
just gonna
what's
check
funny
my
is
board.
I was gonna kill Lucas on my turn.
Yeah.
Everyone's just trying to kill me out
Everybody's
here.
saying-
Every ideas to the table.
Everything's
we're-
saying things
See, I
that may
can't
or may
do
not be
that.
true.
Oh, actually, I had.
No, I don't think I have an answer. I gained my 1 life there, and what you're saying is
It will
I'm
be
taking that
dealing
damage before
16,
combat, so I
correct.
don't get to block. And because all those creatures died, you played it much cheaper.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to get you to block it earlier.
Yeah.
Harrison's the threat now.
I'm at 6. I'm just giving you the win.
And why
Just came over.
why did it double?
Because Solfim is now a creature because he sacrificed the elk bestow.
Okay, so we all take 16, you're saying.
Yeah, and I'll draw 8.
Anyone want to save me one or any
nothing I
triggers
can
I'm
do.
missing?
All right, I'll discard Dig
Yeah.
Through Time and draw 8.
All right, all of us take 16.
I guess this goes away because you assigned me to block
That's
it.
correct, yeah. I'll go to exile.
Oh, not
Sorry,
happy
Greg.
about that. You're not sorry. You wouldn't have done it.
See, that's why like Harrison's sneaky like that. You think he's making a good deal
Yeah.
with you? No.
Well, you're both
He has
that
a
way
knife
now.
behind your back. Ah.
It's
I
just we're
tried to
both
be-
trying to win. It's the sad part.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. I'll look at it after.
Anything else, Harrison, with your 8 cards in hand and 4 mana?
Instant.
Oh, right, this was on Greg's turn.
Yeah, this was on
so
Greg's
this is
turn.
it's Harrison's turn right now.
It just immediately.
Immediately, it's your turn.
Cool. I will untap, upkeep, and draw.
Yeah, Aaron's attack actually is what killed me. It would took me into that strike range.
No. I'm gonna show you right now why I would have won the game. Pay 4 for Perforos God of the Forge.
Responses. I'm going to counterspell that.
Wow.
Yeah, see the little
He's,
stinker?
he's at 6. He's worried.
I mean, I would have died.
Promises were made.
Okay.
The guy that you really didn't want to win, you just gave it to him.
Yeah, you
The
really
game is
did.
ending. I just want the game done.
I'm gonna pay 3 for Goblin Slide, and then I'm gonna tap Cranko to give me a singular Goblin.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Put a cumulative upkeep counter on my Elephant Grass, and I will be paying the cost for that. And I'll move to draw.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'll go 1,
Sorry, Greg.
2, 3.
Backstabbing happens.
I'll play this Citizen Champion.
It's the only way I can get back into the game, right? Is to draw 8 cards. It's just
Yeah.
incidentally
You
did 8
didn't have to
damage
do it
Right,
in
of
my.
course.
You
Yeah.
could have did it second main phase.
You could have let him hit me and then cast it.
and really hurt him, and then he would have died instead of me.
I don't think it was gonna die, but yes.
We put us all to like even life totals.
You
But I
would've-
respect the decision. Throw back to the first game of Magic we played here where I chose not to kill you. This is payback for that. All right, Citizen Champion. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, I put a +1/+1 counter on the champion and I draw a card. It's weird. There seems to be a lot of card draw. Yeah.
Theme here.
All right, I will go green, white, green.
Did you Field of the Dead trigger? Or no?
I have not played a land yet.
Have not played a land,
But
okay.
thanks for keeping that in
Good to
mind
know.
because that will be happening at some point on this turn. Verdun Enchantress. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I may draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's play this. Plains as my land for turn. Field the Dead trigger. So I'll make a 2/2 zombie. Mark that as that. Now I have 7 mana. All right, I will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I doing
This
that?
board state rebuild. They
2,
could've had
3,
him.
4. I feel like no, it's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna cast this Archon of Sun's Grace. 3/4
that
Archon,
card.
flying lifelink, Pegasus creatures I control of lifelink, Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, I create a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying.
You sure do.
And then I'll pay 3, white, white, black, and I will cast this Aura of Silence.
I have responses to that.
All right, I do have a cast trigger, I believe, somewhere. Yeah,
There
I
it
have a
is.
cast trigger here.
I'm gonna mana leak it.
Wow. Wow. Okay. No responses to the mana leak.
Yeah.
So I will then draw.
Isn't that ET to beat?
This is just the cast.
Yeah.
So I'll draw 1, and then I will move to combat. Harrison, 4/4 menace coming at you. Attack trigger.
Did you not have a bunch of zombos?
No, because I only get a turn since that was my
Harrison?
turn.
not
I
dead?
reset.
Get elked.
Oh, okay.
No, unfortunately.
Elked.
Take 4.
Take 4. And then because an enchantment enters the battlefield, technically under my control, I'm going to make a 2/2 Pegasus. I'm going to put a counter here, and I will draw a card. Where are my Pegasi tokens? I did bring these tokens.
On the back.
There we go. And I will draw a card. Cool. Yeah, I'm down to 5 cards. I'll have to pass the turn.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh boy. All right, I'm
I mean,
alive.
Harrison's untapping with 8 lands, sorry,
Tap,
8
draw.
cards, so Cyclonic Rift waiting room.
Yeah, I don't know why you think I have these cards in my deck, Lucas. You played against them before. It's interesting.
I'm just throwing whatever I can at the wall, seeing what sticks.
Okay, I'll play Command Powers land for turn.
Cast both your commanders twice, right?
I have now, correct. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play Damnation.
I just got my board back.
That's
though.
a destroy all creatures.
That's destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated.
Okay.
There you go. There's your 3/3.
Yeah, it's my blocker. Actually, it's dead. Because it brings it back as a creature. So,
I see. Sulfin will die. I'm kind of worried still, but I guess I'll pay 1, and I'll play Preordained, scry 2, and then draw a card.
Two life.
I'll put this on top, this on the bottom, and I'll draw that. And then I'll pass the turn.
All right. I will untap, upkeep, and draw land. Which means I have just enough mana to bring Krenko out again.
do it.
No direct damage. You don't have a shock.
No.
Jeez.
I think
Yeah,
I'm like,
You're in
he has a
shock.
couple of
Lightning strike in there.
I
got a
do.
couple.
I've got a couple in here. I just haven't drawn any of them.
He's got his counters up though.
And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep, not paying for the grass. Draw. I will go green, white, colorless. I'll cast this Satire Enchanter. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, you're not going to believe this, I draw a card.
Wow, really? Never seen that kind of thing
Seems
before.
to be some sort of weird mechanic that's been going on in my deck. All right,
You
I
should
will.
probably get that checked out.
I probably should. Harrison's just sitting fat over there with his counter spells, so we'll
I don't
bait
know what you're
one out.
talking about.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast this Boon of the Spirit Realm. So I have a trigger here. I'll explain what Boon does. Constellation, whenever it or another enchantment enters the battlefield on my control, put a blessing counter on Boon of the Spirit Realm, and the creatures I control get +1/+1 for each blessing counter on Boon of the Spirit Realm.
Nice.
Trigger, can I draw a card or will you respond?
Yeah, you can draw.
All right. And what say you? Does this resolve?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will play this Croson Verge as my land for the turn. Trigger Field of the Dead. I really should have brought zombie tokens. That was a major oversight.
Where's the cat 2/2 token?
Yeah, where'd that
Bro.
go?
That's your zombies.
All right, never mind.
I'm never making clerics. I took it out of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's why I couldn't find City's Blessing.
Oh, because it's
custom
there's a cat on it. I see.
I'll pay 2. I'll play Arcane Signet. And then maybe I'll just go 1, 2. And I'll Farseek.
Okay.
Don't have quite enough mana, so I'll start fetching.
I've been rooting for Lucas since like minute 4.
All right,
We're back.
I'm back. I grabbed a planes, so that's going to enter. I'm going to make another zombie token because
Doesn't
it's
it enter
fielded.
tapped or not?
No, it does.
Farsi.
It
Yeah,
does
it does.
enter tapped.
And by the way, I put a counter on Boon of the Spirit Realms, which I missed earlier, but it's
When it self-entered,
when
right?
it's self-entered. Yeah. And then I'll have to pass it back to Harrison.
Lovely. Untap. Draw.
This is when
Play a Shivan Reef.
Aaron might die if he gets his command right.
I'll tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I'll cast Blasphemous Act. I'm gonna deal
Sure.
13 damage to each
Surely
creature.
not another board wipe.
What were these
Cost
board
1
wipes
less to
earlier?
cast from each creature on the battlefield. See, I knew I was digging for them.
So there's 4 creatures.
There's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5?
No,
is not a
no.
creature.
Oh, sorry.
Pay your mana.
Play my Spire Bluff as well. 6. Yes.
Okay.
Do you know how many times I've had to cast Cranko?
4.
3.
Well, he has 3
Hey,
packs.
that was-
The thing is, all those extra lands we added in help so much.
I know.
You're up.
Go ahead, Aaron.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw, land, which would have helped if you didn't kill Cranko.
Still
You know
helps.
what?
Still
Shame on you for not being able to do 2 damage to him.
I'm trying. I put a creature out every turn.
Shock him, man.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. All right.
There's got to be some sort of haste creature at some point.
Yeah, so
That's what I mean.
Okay, let's pay 2 for a Carnage Altar and 1 for a Goblin from my Goblin Slide. Then I'm gonna pay 4 for a Helm of the Host and 1 for another Goblin from my Goblin Slide.
that seems
Okay.
pretty good. You're gonna clamp one of them?
And I'm gonna pay 1 to clamp one of them
And
to
find
kill
a shock.
it and find something.
You can't play right now.
Eventually, though.
Yeah.
He's rebuilding the hand.
Ah!
I'm down to 2 cards. I'm feeling
I have more cards.
Feeling
little bear,
naked?
little bear over here.
The
Let's
2-piece
go.
bikini. That's all you got left.
And I will pass the turn.
Womp. Womp. Draw.
You're just in like wrath counter mode now.
Literally.
You need a finisher.
It's
I'm looking for it. I need them to have no resources first. That's the issue.
Well,
I'm gonna
he's
play
always
this
gonna have
fortified
resources.
village. When it enters, feel the deadbolt trigger, and I'll make a zombie. Then I will.
He does only have 2 cards.
Yeah.
I mean, Anacathea is like kind of castable still.
I mean, you're gonna counter her, right? But I might as well make you use the resources.
Who knows?
Who knows? I do. 5, 7, 8. How much did she cost? She cost 9. 9. Cast Anacathea.
Resolves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Trigger Constellation. And then I will get back.
Zombies are like 4/4s now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll get that back.
So could you not have gotten all that glitters to just kill me that turn when you swung at me?
So up to 1 target non-aura enchantment. I know. All that glitters is the
I
only.
thought I was so dead
Yeah.
too after I killed you, Greg.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, I'm out of this game
Yeah.
anyways. But
So I will
You couldn't do it.
exile
yeah.
Warlock class. It'll become a 3/3. And
The sack one? No, I got
it says
exiled.
beginning of my end step. If a creature died this turn,
Yeah.
each opponent loses 1 life. But I'm gonna pay 2 right away and level up. So it becomes level 2. I'm gonna look at the top 3 cards in my library, pull them into my hand, the rest in the graveyard. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to pay 3. And I'm gonna Kadama's Reach to get some more lands out of my deck. I don't want to hit lands, I'm sorry. Here I go search it again. So I'm done for my Kodama's Reach. I grabbed a swamp for the field and a swamp for my hand. Trigger Field of the Dead. Make another zombie. And then I'll pay 2. And then I'll level up Warlock class. I'm gonna look at the top 3 cards in my library. 1 of them into my hand. The rest into my graveyard. I believe I'll put this one in my hand, and I'll put Soul Ring and Herald of the Pantheon into my yard. I honestly just don't need the mana anymore. And then, with that,
one zombie can swing, right?
I will just
Nope.
pass the turn.
I wiped the
you
board.
didn't have
Would
one,
Harrison
yeah.
have another board wipe? That would be
Untap.
weird,
He's
right?
just wiping and countering
Wiping and countering.
until you can play your commander.
Yeah, see, at this point they cost too much. I'll play this Riverside pathway, or River Glide
Sorry, I
pathway.
forgot my constellation. It's not a May.
11. Everything's so damn expensive. Well, I assume Aaron drew the burn spell, but I should play like I don't know that.
Well, you see, I'll tell you I have it, but it's better for him to have another target.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Which means he wants me to kill you instead of
Yes.
him killing you.
Yes.
Well, he's at 5.
Yeah.
So I feel like he incidentally dies to like you sneezing, but yes. All
It's a
right.
little itchy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tap 2 and I'm gonna play Feed the Swarm on your Warlock class.
Doesn't each
Destroy
opponent...
target creature or enchantment an opponent controls. I lose life equal to its mana cost.
One.
Don't
Yeah.
you guys lose a life when his creatures die?
I didn't have a creature
You
die.
don't have
Oh,
a creature
okay.
die.
That will resolve.
All right. Now, because it was a token, I don't take any, or because it's a token of
There's
a
no
copy of a
CMC.
1, I take it.
There's no CMC on a token.
It becomes a copy
It becomes
of
a
the
copy of that card, though, so it
It's
retains
not a
the
true token?
CMC. Correct.
Yeah, so you would still take one.
So I'll go to 1.
It was only one for that
Yeah.
particular aura?
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
1 mana card.
Okay.
Look at all the text. That's crazy.
And I,
So what is it that causes damage?
It's gone.
It's-
Oh,
it's
oh,
gone.
that's
Yeah.
That
thing.
was it.
That's-
And it was
okay.
only on his turn that it came
I guess
in.
I'll just pass to you.
All right. I will
Look
untap.
at this
upkeep,
guy,
and
just
draw.
as is, could potentially finish you.
Good.
He could.
And that would be an awesome death.
Yeah.
Just a vanilla goblin. That's
I
despicable.
feel like it's better.
die
I feel like it's better to clamp it.
No, it's
You would,
not.
you would say that.
Why would that be better?
He could kill you, then clamp it.
Yeah.
All right.
Please swing with the 1/1 goblin. And if he has a response, then do the direct damage. Because he can't counter as easily a 1/1 goblin attack versus the direct.
Well, there's kill spells and stuff. Isn't there?
Yeah, well.
I'm actually
up.
going to land for turn is going to be a Spine Rock Knoll, so I'm just looking at the top 4 cards. 2
Hideaway.
Hideaway.
Hidden.
Oh, come on. Why? Okay, cool.
You could almost equip the Helm of the Host on the 1/1 goblin.
I'm
The
tempted.
only way he's generating
I'm
goblins.
tempted.
You want to
That's-
recast Kenko for like 10 or whatever?
Yeah, I don't have 10.
Oh, you don't?
I just gained my 10th mana.
Ah, I see. I see.
I want to see this. Swing for 1.
I'm gonna pay 2 for Goblin Diplomats and pay the 1 to give myself another Goblin.
Well,
This is only on
non-creature.
Non-creature, my bad,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
bad. Thank you very much. Keep me honest.
I have 1 back.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna pay 5 to put Helm of the Host on the token.
I have responses.
Okay.
I'm going to tap 4.
Okay.
I'm going to play Fell the Profane to destroy target creature or planeswalker, choosing your 1/1 goblin.
Hold on, you have 3 open?
I don't.
You could get a card draw. Okay.
I told you I was going to.
This is painful.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
well, I
okay.
alluded to Greg. I guess.
Oh,
to be more
okay,
accurate.
okay,
I said I had a
okay.
kill spell.
Oh, hold on. No. Okay, no. He's gonna stay there because I have a response as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna
Thank
pay
you.
1 and shock you.
I have a response to that.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
there
cool.
it is.
I'm going to cast C double, and I'm going to copy that spell, and I am going to target your face with the shock,
Oh, okay, cool.
and then I'll
you
die.
Oh, I'm gonna pay 1 for the Goblin.
Yep. And then
On
this
the
does
shock.
die. This does
Nope,
die.
he does not die.
Yeah, because
Oh,
on the
on
stack,
top of the
I
stack.
would die, and,
Yeah.
And then before it resolved, yeah.
resolves, it
I take
goes
2,
away.
he takes
Yeah.
2, and he dies. And,
Thank you. We got there.
Yeah, then, so I have no more mana at all, And I'm gonna go to combat, making a goblin that
Well,
has
you
haste.
already kind of did, but
Nope, no I didn't.
No, he moved to
weren't
equip, and I
swinging yet.
responded
Ah,
to
it was
you.
to equip.
equip.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to combat now,
Yeah.
making goblin, and he has haste.
Swing him.
No.
A wall of 5/5s.
And I will pass the turn.
End step. I'm gonna tap this
So
plane.
you did give it to Lucas, and he was supposed to be our.
I'm gonna cast this Path of Exile on this Goblin Diplomats.
Okay.
You're just gonna be exiled, and then you search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield tapped.
Figured the
thank
game
you.
would be over a little faster. I'm sorry, Greg.
That's okay. It will be now.
Yes.
It enters tapped.
Enters tapped.
I only
Enters
got
tapped.
3 little gobos to block with.
Yes, math does work out, unfortunately.
Untap.
Yeah.
Draw. I will pay 2, and I'll feed the swarm another goblin because I can.
Oh, okay. And I gain nothing?
I lose nothing because it's no CMC
Ah, yes.
or mana value.
Yeah.
Combat. 2 5/5s and a 7/7 with menace.
Yeah, that's it. That's
All
it on me.
Yeah.
Good game, Fox.
Yeah. Good game. Thanks for killing Harrison.
Yeah, good game. Good game.
Good game, Greg.
Good game, man.
Hey, good game.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Join us on the website, www.tabletopgiant.ca. We'd love to have you. Free singles if you spend $10. And another great game.
Yeah.
All right.
I drew a lot of cards.
That was close. All right, I'll talk to Harrison later. We'll see you guys. Have a good night.
That was a good one.
Jesus Christ.